Hi, Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and today I want to talk about I'm not losing weight but I'm in a calorie deficit, or I'm in a calorie deficit and I'm not losing weight, which is something that I see a lot of people saying on social media, Facebook. I hear it a lot in my gym that I run, and generally out and about when people are saying, oh, I'm not eating a lot and I'm still not losing weight. And what they mean is they think they're in a calorie deficit but they're not losing weight, and they're unsure as to why that's happened. Now, if you look at a lot of fitpros on the internet and on Instagram and everything else, there's a bit of backslapping going on where they're always saying, oh, you know why you're not losing weight in a calorie deficit? Because you're not in a calorie deficit, which is, sort of unhelpful to the cause, and it doesn't give you the information you want. So I thought I'd do the video and explain why that possibly is. And you're not stupid, which some people seem to think that is the case. You're not stupid if you can't lose weight and you think you're in a calorie deficit, because sometimes you are doing everything right and it's just not working. So what we're going to presume in this video is first of all, you have calculated your calories for weight loss and you are trying to follow a weight loss plan. Because if you haven't calculated your calories for weight loss, you probably aren't in a calorie deficit. So you need to go to bkmnutrition.com/calculator, work out your calories for fat loss, and then you can start tracking using my FitnessPal guide or another app if you want to. So we're going to run through, there's 3 reasons why you might not be losing weight in a calorie deficit, or you think you're in a calorie deficit, and we're going to go over each one now. So firstly, you are in a calorie deficit, but what has happened is the body has made adaptations in order to bring down its calories out to match the deficit you've created. Now, what I mean by this, and I've talked about this in other videos, is that there is an amount of energy that you will expend in the day, and this is composed of your walking around living energy, which is your resting metabolic rate, RMR. You have TEF, which is a thermic effect of food. That's the energy you burn digesting your food. Those two can't really change that much. Then you have non-exercise activity thermogenesis, often referred to as NEAT, which is the energy you burn walking around in the day, but not in the gym, exercising, not swimming, not cycling, nothing exercise, just walking around doing your daily business. And then you have EAT, which is exercise activity thermogenesis. So that's obviously when you're exercising or you're in the gym. Now, the thing is, the body can't do too much about TEF and the RMR because they're fixed really, but what it can do, it can adjust how much energy you're expending outside in the gym or outside when you're walking around. So what it might be doing is making adaptations to make you a bit more lazy. So it slows you down a little bit, you become lazier, you do less steps, and generally you do less, but you don't know that you're doing this because maybe you're not tracking your steps, you're not tracking your workout activity, and you don't actually know what your output is. So though you've set a calorie deficit and you've used the calculator to work out what that deficit should be, and now you're eating to that, you're not monitoring your calories out. And what happens is, I see this quite a lot, is the body starts to bring down its expenditure. It makes you more efficient at doing tasks that you do every day. So you generally find that if you've ever done any sort of building labour or anything, if you start doing a task, you get very tired straight away. Once you've done it a few times, your body's more efficient, and you don't get so tired doing it because you become more efficient at doing that task. So the body might be slowing you down, and it might be bringing you back into balance, but bringing back into maintenance. So you need to monitor your steps, your activity in the gym, anything output you can measure, you need to measure that and log it somewhere and check it's not coming down on average. So number 2 is you are not in a calorie deficit because you are overeating and you don't know you're overeating. Now this comes is you've calculated your calories, you've done that, you've got I'm eating this much for weight loss, but what you are not doing is tracking your calories in properly. So and this might not be your fault, because apps like MyFitnessPal and other apps where users can add in the calories of certain items, there's generally some mistakes that happen in there. Now you only need to look at, if you have got MyFitnessPal, open it up and look at some of the values for Nando's, which is quite a popular restaurant. If you look at some of the values for that, you'll find there's a massive range of what people think Nando's chips or chicken and chips is, and it's a massive range. So if you're using MyFitnessPal and you're logging something and you just pick the first one off the list and put it in, well then you might be logging the wrong thing. So you might be overeating because you think, oh, that's only 100 calories, and actually it's 400 calories, and you're having like 3 spoons of it. So you've got to make sure that the app you are using to track your calories is accurate. Now, MyFitnessPal is great. It does have a lot of good things about it, but you do have to take certain things with a pinch of salt. You know, if you're going to eat ice cream and it's saying it's only 100 calories, you really need to check that. So what I would be doing is looking on the back of the packet, checking the nutrition information, because that does have to be pretty spot on. They have to have certain regulations to make sure the calories are within that amount. But also, here's the other thing: if you are checking the back of the label, make sure you're checking the portion sizes. Because what sneaky people do who make really nice foods is they'll say a portion is, let's say, 100 calories, and actually there's 4 portions in that tub of ice cream or that chocolate bar. But they're saying, oh yeah, it's 100 calories per portion, and you think, oh, that's okay. That whole chocolate bar is 1 portion, and you nail it, and all of a sudden you've eaten 4 times the calories. You have to check the portion sizes. Make sure you do that, because that can be very, very sneaky on the part of the people making food, so that you think it's not as much calories, so you buy it. Okay, and number 3 is that your body composition has changed, and you're not losing weight. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, we talked at the beginning about it was calorie deficit, and you weren't in a calorie deficit, or you were in a calorie deficit, and blah 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 blah. What we're talking about now is that you're not losing weight because your body is going through a change. Now, I've seen this a lot with my female clients, and sometimes with the male clients, but there tends to be a bit of fluctuation in weight there. With female clients, very often when they start training with weights and doing a lot of resistance training, which is good, you should do resistance training. If you're a woman, don't go away from not doing resistance training. It's not going to make you manly, it's not going to make you big and bulky like a bodybuilder. It will make you into a sex goddess looking awesome. So if you're a woman, go and do weights. It will improve everything about your life. Sorry, tangent. So if you go and do weights as a woman, you'll start to build muscle. And when you start to build muscle and lose body fat, you might be doing one at the same time as the other. So the amount of body fat you drop might be 1 kilo, you might gain 1 kilo of muscle, and then you haven't lost any weight. Now, you might be in a calorie deficit because you're losing body fat, and gaining muscle is not reliant on a calorie deficit. Gaining muscle is reliant on stimulus to build muscle and adequate protein in the diet. You can gain muscle while you're losing body fat. You absolutely can do that. That's been shown. It's difficult to do it, but you can do it. And I've seen this happen with a lot with my female clients, is they'll gain some muscle, drop some body fat, be the same weight. And you'll only know this if you're tracking your weights and seeing the averages, and also taking progress photos to see how you've changed, monitoring how your clothes fit, monitoring how you feel. Are you stronger in the gym? Do you look better in the gym? Do you look better in clothes, a bikini, etc.? You know, if you are doing things right and you're monitoring the photographs that you're taking as well as the weight, don't always monitor the weight because that's only one variable. If you're looking at all those things and you think, well, my weight hasn't moved, but look how I look, and I've dropped 2 dress sizes, so I can't be the same body fat that I was before. I'm thinner, I can't be the same body fat. Something else must have happened there. You've gained muscle and dropped body fat. And this can happen with men as well. I've had it with me. I've had it myself. I did a diet one year for a show. I dropped no weight at all for the whole show. I was 92 kilos the whole way through the diet for 12 weeks. And I only, because I had to really restrict myself in the last couple of weeks, I actually got under 90 for the show. But I went from being fat and out of shape to being ripped and on bodybuilding stage and winning the show. Same weight the whole way through the diet. Did it annoy me? Yes, massively, because I saw no progress on the scales, although I was seeing progress in the mirror. So I've had it happen to me, I've had it happen to clients, it can happen. So number 3, calorie deficit, not losing weight, maybe the body composition is changing. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was giving you some insight. A couple of tools you'll need: the BKM Nutrition Calculator. So go to bkmnutrition.com/calculator. The MyFitnessPal guide, which is BKM Nutrition /MyFitnessPal, all one word. And you might want to read some of my articles as well, which concern that, and also some other videos on here which you can watch. So hope you like this. If you did like it, please like it, share it if someone can help from this. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, it gets the numbers up. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.